Welcome to what promises to be a very, very interesting masterclass as part of the Cover Girl, the national level students competition from Lakme Academy powered by Aptech in association with Femina. We're privileged to have with us today Vikram Baba, one of India's leading and award-winning photographers. He has received, among many other awards, the Asian Photography Most Influential Photographer Award. He has been included in the list of 200 best advertising photographers in the Lerzer's archive and is recognized as one of the most influential people in the photography industry for his business practices. In fact, Vikram's photography is considered fine art. His editorial shoots have become part of private collections and gallery showings, and there could be no one better to talk to you about how you can best showcase your expertise in skin, hair, and makeup via photography as you get ready to hit the big time. This advice is going to help you really build your portfolio, both your physical and online portfolios, and help you showcase your work in the best possible way. And of course, that will only help you get better work. Please join me in welcoming Vikram Baba.
Hi Primrose. Hi everyone out there. Namaskar. Sat Sri Akal. Salam Alaikum. Good morning to you all. It's a pleasure being here. Thank you to Lakme, Aptech, Femina for bringing me on. I mean, I'm very, very excited actually that I'm here आप लोगों के साथ में and sharing tips to, help everybody in the industry do better. So I'm really excited, Primrose. Let's, get into this.
So Vikram, thanks so much for all your enthusiasm to share your expertise and experience to help these students really max out how they can showcase your work. We are all looking forward to practical tips and inspirational material you will bring to this masterclass. So let's go to our first point of discussion. While starting out, Vikram, it is not always possible, of course, for students to hire a professional photographer. So what are the basics one needs to keep in mind while building a portfolio of work?
See, the basics to keep in mind, first of all, is like, कि आप क्या करना चाहते हैं, आप कौन से फील्ड में जाना चाहते हैं, आप वेडिंग में जाना चाहते हैं, आप फैशन में जाना चाहते हैं, ग्लैमर में जाना चाहते हो. Sometimes when you start, you do everything, okay, because you feel like, I don't know what I want to do, or I want to do everything. So that is fine. You will find your way. आपको अपना रास्ता मिलेगा. But अगर आप पहले से ही तय कर सकते मुझे ये करना है, तो एक प्लान बना सकते हो आप. You can make a plan कि मैं let's say wedding मेकअप करना चाहता हूँ. तो अगर मैं wedding मेकअप करना है, तो आपको वो wedding मेकअप दिखाना है. तो उसके लिए आप ऐसे टाइप के पहले आप रेफरेंसिंग करिए. एक पूरा मार्केटिंग प्लान, जैसे हम बोलते हैं ना, कंपनी है. आप ये सोचे कि आप एक कंपनी है. यू आर नॉट अ पर्सन, यू आर अ कंपनी. यू आर, लेट्स से XYZ मेकअप आर्टिस्ट एंड दैट इज योर कंपनी. सो व्हाट डज अ कंपनी डू? पहले आपका प्रोडक्ट क्या है, मतलब आपका काम क्या है, आप किस तरह का मेकअप पसंद करते हैं, किस तरह के कलर्स पसंद करते हैं, आप किस तरह का शाइन दिखाना चाहते हैं, हेयर स्टाइल दिखाना चाहते हैं, वो एक प्रॉपर प्लान होना चाहिए. वो आपको लिख लेना चाहिए. मैं मानता हूं, आई बिलीव कि यू शुड राइट डाउन योर प्लान. You should always know what you want to do, what type of makeup, what type of hair, and start from there. Then how will you present it? How will you showcase it? Obviously makeup you have to do on people. आपको मॉडल की जरूरत है, आपको प्रेजेंटेशन करना है, तो फोटोज की जरूरत है. सो फोटोज खींचने से पहले, मेकअप करने से पहले, मैं एक बात कहना चाहता हूँ. आई वांट टू से वन थिंग कि we all practice on our sisters, brothers, friends, whoever we can when we are starting out. ठीक है ना? तो अगर आपको लगता है कि मेरे को कोई मिल नहीं सकता है, मैं कहाँ से लाऊंगा, that cannot be an excuse. आपको मॉडल पे कॉम्प्रोमाइज नहीं करना है. बेग, बोरो, स्टील, किडनैप अ गुड मॉडल. समवन जिसके ऊपर आपका मेकअप बहुत अच्छा लगेगा. समवन on who you can showcase how good you are, how well the makeup will look. Don't compromise. Practice at home, practice with your family, of course, but ask your friends, ask whoever in the world, catch strangers in a restaurant. Trust me, when I started out, I've actually done shoots where we have been sitting in a restaurant and I've asked a girl walking by, will you model for me? And 90% of the time, अगर आप genuinely respectfully पूछेंगे तो you will get a good person to model on. I mean, to do your makeup on, to work with. So don't compromise on that. Then comes the act of putting together your shoot to showcase the work. Like I said, plan a series, 6 पिक्चर मिनिमम ये होने ही चाहिए. एंड उसके अंदर आपका सारी कारीगरी दिखनी चाहिए, चाहे हेयर, मेकअप, ये लिपस्टिक, वॉट एवर इज योर फोटे, वो आपको दिखाना चाहिए. एंड वंस यू आर एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड कि मुझे ये दिस इज व्हाट आई वांट टू शो, देन ओनली you go ahead and shoot with your model. So keep it simple in the start. Natural light is the best, or studio lights. We'll get into that little later, but I think that's the basic way to start. No compromise. Think you're a company, think you have to start properly, you're a big brand already, and you want only the best. So don't think मुझे अच्छा मॉडल नहीं मिल रहा है या मैं मेकअप नहीं दिखा पा रहा हूँ. नहीं, आपको जाके ढूंढ के करके, that is the start of your visual journey.
Vikram, thanks. That I think was invaluable as a starting point. And thank you so much for highlighting the need to have a plan and the absolute need to have models who actually bring out your work the best. Absolutely. Rather than, and of course, no compromising when you start, not that when we begin, we can do whatever and then we will get better, but right from the beginning. Yeah. So you spoke a little about lighting. So we really want to hear about the importance when these HMU artists are looking to present their work, how they can play around with lighting, and any tips and resources you can share with regard to lighting.
So I'll just go through some of the work that I have over here just to give a little feeler. Then I'll talk about, what type of lighting can be done. So when it comes to lighting, I feel the basic clean lighting is the best. I know that everybody is not a photographer or maybe does not have the eye. So when I started out and जब मैंने start किया था, मैंने बहुत ही simple रखा है. कहीं भी आप देखेंगे लाइटिंग में मॉडल की आंखों में आपको दिख जाएगी. मैं सिर्फ एक ही लाइट यूज करता हूँ. जैसे आप रिंग लाइट यूज करते हैं वैसे आपके पास भी एक ही लाइट होगी तो आप यूज कर सकते हैं. यू डोंट नीड मोर देन दैट. एक लाइट, एक रिफ्लेक्टर, बहुत सिंपल अपनी पिक्चर्स रखिए. अगर आपको लगता है लाइट नहीं है, यू डोंट हैव द लाइट, यू कांट, you don't understand it, so I'll just move on. Yes, this is all shot with natural light. There is no extra light over here. आपको खाली देखना है कि आपका मेकअप कौन से जगह पे अच्छा लग रहा है. There should be no color cast, there should be no building around which is orange, blue, yellow. मॉडल के ऊपर किसी और चीज का कलर नहीं आना चाहिए. उसको शैडो में रख सकते हो आप. शेड, जैसे यहाँ मैंने इनको शेड में रखा है, बाहर धूप है बैल्कनी में, बस उतने में रख के मैंने इनको शूट किया है. ये रूम में है, खिड़की उनके पीछे है, विंडोज बिहाइंड हर, आई पुट अ रिफ्लेक्टर इन फ्रंट ऑफ हर, दैट्स इट. एक थर्मोकोल या व्हाइट चादर या व्हाइट कपड़ा पकड़ के यू कैन शूट इन द इनसाइड. दिस इज इनसाइड, देयर इज नो स्टूडियो लाइट ओवर हियर. दिस इज जस्ट शॉट इनसाइड. एवरीथिंग इज शॉट इनसाइड. सो lighting should be something that is very, very simple. You don't have to complicate your lighting, but you have to understand how to make the model sit properly where the light is soft on her so your makeup is seen. Of course, if you want, you can go complicated. Matlab, these are also all natural light pictures only which I've taken out to show. Very simple. Room के अंदर light आ रही है, but that's it, nothing else. और कुछ नहीं है इसमें. इसमें भी पीछे से लाइट है बालकनी की, एंड आगे से मैंने सिल्वर कपड़ा पकड़ा हुआ है, पेपर पकड़ा हुआ है. सो when you start your journey, don't think how do I do this, what do I do. Keep it very simple. If you're using a ring light, fine. I'm not a fan of ring light because it does not look like a advertising campaign. क्योंकि क्लाइंट्स जो है रिंग लाइट के साथ बहुत रेयरली फोटो शूट करते हैं. तो अगर आप रिंग लाइट के साथ शूट करके दिखाते हो तो क्लाइंट्स को मोस्टली समझ नहीं आता है और मेकअप फ्लैट हो जाता है. तो मैं सजेस्ट करूंगा एक फ्लैट पैनल लीजिए, पेपर, आई मीन दिस जस्ट अ फ्लैट पैनल लाइक अ स्क्वायर. जस्ट स्क्वायर पैनल का एलईडी ले लीजिए जो मॉडल के सर के ऊपर होनी चाहिए, एंड यू आर शूट. एंड नीचे एक रिफ्लेक्टर अगर है तो पकड़ सकते हैं आप. तो आई विल शो यू later, maybe we'll see if I can show you some more examples. But keep it very simple. And once you get comfortable with the simple light, then you can start experimenting like I have done in these pictures. Yahan pe, 1 second. So don't think you can't experiment like over here. Here also you can experiment. थोड़ा mood create कर सकते हो. जब मेरे पास मेकअप आर्टिस्ट आते हैं, when you come to me and you show me pictures which are very like, flat, I'm not able to understand whether the cheekbones are highlighted properly or the lipstick is good. So I prefer that you try and start lighting it with a flat panel instead of a ring light. A ring light is good for Instagram, it's good for social media, but it is not good when you go to a client. When you go to a client, they want to see how will the makeup look finally. So I feel lighting is something that you should keep very simple and start training. First start shooting outside, then maybe start finding outside when I shoot wo kaise dikh raha hai, can I do that inside? So I think keep it very simple and start like that. So don't try and copy other people. See where your face is getting highlighted. Is your cheek getting highlighted? Is the lipstick showing properly? Is the hair showing properly? Like in my earlier pictures, the first ones, so there is a series. Yeah, so this is shot for an international makeup brand, and it's a makeup and hair brand. And they came to me telling me कि their parent brand, मतलब उनकी जो international company है, मतलब ये इंडिया में जब आए तो उनके जो फॉरेन का कंपनी थी वो इंडियन शूट्स रिजेक्ट कर रहे थे. So I spent 3 months अंडरस्टैंडिंग, स्पेंडिंग टाइम विद देम कि क्या चाहिए उनको, वो इंडियन शूट्स क्यों रिजेक्ट कर रहे हैं. तो अगर आप देखोगे इसमें उनको मेरी लाइटिंग पसंद आ रही थी, बट मुझे खुद को नहीं पता था कि मेरी लाइटिंग उनको, व्हाई आर दे लाइकिंग माय लाइटिंग, व्हाट इज डिफरेंट इन माय लाइटिंग. ओनली व्हेन आई सैट विद देम एंड आई अंडरस्टूड द फॉरेनर्स व्हाट दे लाइक अबाउट माय लाइटिंग इज व्हेन आई ट्रेन द इंडियन टीम आल्सो ऑन हाउ टू शूट. इफ यू नोटिस द पिक्चर इज वेरी क्लीन. उसमें there is no drama, nothing, but the clothes are matching the background. They are not overpowering the model. लाल पीला नहीं है, जो बैकग्राउंड है वो मॉडल ने पहना है. अगर आप हेयर देखेंगे तो every strand is visible. There is no extra black, extra dark. Every piece of the design of the hair, and everywhere there is light falling, and it is very clean. सो देर इज नो शैडो. जैसे अगर मैंने बाद में अपने लिए एक्सपेरिमेंट किया है, जैसे इसके बाद में मैंने जो मेरे लिए शूट किया है, देखिए यहाँ भी जैसे बिल्कुल क्लीन है, ये पॉन्ड्स के लिए है तो बिल्कुल क्लीन लाइटिंग है, बाल के हाईलाइट्स, और हमारे इंडियन हेयर ब्लैक होता है तो आपको पूरी लाइट उस पर नहीं मिलेगी, बट फिर भी हाईलाइट्स है. आप उसकी पोनी टेल में हाईलाइट है, उसके फॉरहेड पे हाईलाइट है, यहाँ पे जो शोल्डर पे बाल है उस पे हाईलाइट है. तो अगर आप ये क्रिएट कर सकते हो तो यू जस्ट नीड वन लाइट ऑन टॉप. इफ यू हैव असिस्टेंट, जल्दी से 2 व्हाइट पेपर यहाँ पकड़ लो, 1 व्हाइट पेपर नीचे पकड़ लो, एंड आपका पूरा क्लैरिटी हो जाता. अभी जैसे इसमें मैंने मूड लाइटिंग करी है तो, बट दिस इज, ये मेरे लिए, ये मैंने अपने लिए की है, बट आपको कोई ब्रांड नहीं देखेगा, लैक्मे कभी ऐसे नहीं शूट करेगा बिकॉज उनका प्रोडक्ट नहीं दिखता है. तो वी हैव टू मेक श्योर दैट द प्रोडक्ट इज सीन, योर वर्क इज सीन, your highlight is there, cheeks दिख रहे हैं, lipstick है, everything is clean. So I think lighting is very important. So get rid of your ring light, except for selfies and maybe reels or something like that, and change your light.
Vikram, thank you. That was really insightful, and I think keeping it simple and building up from that is such an important part. And I think also for the students to regularly shoot. I think the more they shoot, the more they will be able to sort of understand how they're doing, right? So if an HMU artist is arranging for a photography session to capture their work, obviously close-up shots are very important since they are looking largely at hair, makeup, skin. So what is your advice when shooting close-ups of skin, hair, makeup, and what are the important things to keep in mind?
So my advice will start with a little differently. First thing is sorry, mostly what happens is when makeup artists are on the job and they are shooting for themselves on the job, they may not have the time to shoot. But I would suggest कि आप जो है मॉडल्स या आपके क्लाइंट के साथ बात करिए कंफर्टेबल हो जाइए दोनों जन, आप उसको गाइड करिए उसके मेकअप में उसको क्या सूट करता है। एंड बिकॉज बहुत जने बोलेंगे हमको ये चाहिए, हमको ये चाहिए, आपको अपने विजुअल आई से देख के यू हैव टू टेल हर दिस वर्क्स बेटर। देन during the conversations also explain to her that you need a photo for yourself. I've seen a lot of people, sorry one second guys. I've seen a lot of makeup artists when they come to me to show their work, they are like, we didn't get time to shoot. So that is one big problem, because obviously the client is running, they want to go somewhere. But if you're prepared, it will take you 2 minutes. So when you're doing their makeup, usi waqt start noticing, is a cheek good? Cheekbone, bone structure is good. Does she have a big forehead? Is her eye, or are her eyes very beautiful? What is it that you want to shoot for and highlight? So accordingly, when you want to shoot her, first you have to prep her by getting her comfortable with you. Then you have to respectfully ask her, will you give me 5 minutes of time? Because अगर मेकअप आर्टिस्ट मुझे आके बोलता है फोलियो में मेरे पास पिक्चर नहीं है क्योंकि क्लाइंट के पास टाइम नहीं था, उसका ही लॉस है. So I think that is something they really need to do. Then coming into shooting is always going to be all about what is it that you want to highlight. I'll go back to my first picture, because there, if you notice, we have tried to highlight, her bone structure, her lipstick, not more than that, because it's sharp, but I didn't make it very sharp. So I'll run. Now here, if you notice, I kept it clean because she has very strong bone structure, very strong cheek, very strong nose, very strong jaw. So if I was to do very, angle lighting, or like, let's say, even if it was a ring light flat, she may not look so pretty. So मैंने क्या किया है, मैंने एक लाइट खाली ऊपर रखी है यहाँ पे, if you can see in her eye, which is there, and I put reflectors around her. So, but my highlight over here was her cheekbone, and I kept it very simple for her. So you have to understand what is it that you want to shoot, make her move around left, right, different ways. So you can do this. I will give you a small क्या बोलते हैं homework. If you can take one person, घर पे किसी को भी ले लो, and पूरे बाल उनके पीछे कर दीजिए, बिल्कुल चपट कर दीजिए, just make her hair flat like how the girl is here with the ponytail, and put a light in front, I mean like this, and then here, then here, then here, then here, different places. And every place you make her turn left, you make her turn right, you make her go down, you make her go up, and take a photo in every position. You will automatically realize ke kaun se position mein her face looks the best. And do that with everybody you shoot. Make them stand, make them move in the light, left, right, find the right position, and only then shoot. Don't say कि मैंने बहुत अच्छा ब्राइडल मेकअप किया है, वो मिरर में देख रही है, मैं मिरर में फोटो खींच रहा हूँ, या रिंग लाइट लगा के जल्दी से फोटो खींच रहा हूँ. नो, डोंट डू दैट. इट्स अ वेस्ट ऑफ टाइम फॉर यू. आपको पोर्टफोलियो में कुछ नहीं अच्छा मिलने वाला है. तो you need to take that and you practice at home. It will become, shoot के ऊपर आपके मेकअप के टाइम के ऊपर क्लाइंट के साथ में, it won't take you more than 3 minutes or 4 minutes, and you'll get better pictures. I think that is very important.
I think that is such valuable advice. I mean, and great that there is such a practical way of approaching this and learning your own strengths as well. I think in shooting close-ups. Now, of course, close-ups are a given the subject matter. But what in your opinion, Vikram, is the need for and the value of long shots? Is there a value of long shots in an HMU's artist's portfolio?
So that's a very nice question and interesting question, because I never thought about it. But a lot of time makeup artists will send me close-ups only in their pictures, okay, which is fine. Very tight close-up, hair, eye का close-up with makeup done. And आप लोग मुझे भेजते हैं बिल्कुल टाइट क्लोजअप, सर मैंने ये आईज का इतना अच्छा मेकअप किया है, ये मैंने ये हेयर का इतना अच्छा किया है. बट आप ये समझिए कि वैसे शूट मेरे पास कितने आएंगे, या आपके क्लाइंट क्या देखना चाहते हैं, और आप क्या अपने पोर्टफोलियो में दिखाना चाहते हो कि आपने खाली इतना अच्छा टाइट मेकअप किया है और आप कर, जैसे ये पिक्चर, दीज आर वेरी ब्यूटीफुल, you know, I mean, the makeup is very nice, it looks beautiful, but client ये कितना यूज करेगा? तो मेरा वो बोलना है. अभी ये हम थोड़ा सा आगे जाते हैं, एक सेकेंड. Yeah. So if I show you these two pictures, they're very beautiful as beauty shots. There'll be a limit to where, abhi, let's assume you want to make a portfolio. Now, when you're making a portfolio to showcase people, you can only show these type of pictures and you will start getting work. ऐसा नहीं कि काम नहीं मिलेगा. But अगर मैं Primrose के यहाँ जाऊँ, Femina में जाना है मुझे, आपको खाली यही काम मिलते रहेगा. अगर आप ऐसा काम दिखाएंगे तो मुझे पूरा लुक समझ आता है. I understand where the look is going and how it is looking on this model. And so also, आपके portfolio में, it just shows that you are part of a bigger story, that you're creating a whole series which is not only face, but it also suits the clothes. It also suits the model. It's not like खाली अपने लिए आप कर रहे हो. You're doing it for everyone. I mean, this is a beautiful shot, like, you know, the beauty, it's not very difficult outdoor shot है, but suddenly it looks like कोई magazine में छपा होगा. तो जब आप भी काम दिखाएंगे, तो ये मैं अभी इनका भी hair makeup is very simple, but I see the hair and I see the whole image, and the hair and makeup I understand is, you know, it's giving her a little more personality. All these pictures are giving little more personality. They're simple, but I mean, abhi jaise this is very simple hair and makeup. It doesn't look like kuch zyada kiya, but the minute she is there in full, you understand, oh wow, it looks beautiful. So anybody going for a party पे जा रहे हैं, they'll call you and say, मुझे ऐसे वाला hair style चाहिए. But आप 100% इसका close up दिखाएंगे, they will not understand. पूरा look दिखाओगे, तो they will understand कि this is how a full look should be. This hair looks good on this type of clothes. Abhi on the left side, she's got, her hair has been curled up a little bit, in turn short करने के लिए. So see her neck and you see her neckline. So when you show this to someone, you can say, you know, ये close up hai. This is how you can wear it when you go to a party, because that is a big trend now. Everybody is getting dressed up party to go to a party, like, you know. So I feel it is very important. Like, see, this is a nice close up, simple hair, simple makeup. Many times client will say, I want to keep it simple and glamorous. But what are you going to show? But if you show a picture like this, you see the look, you know, so you're also telling a story. See, I got her ready for this and she went out like this. So it just makes it more interesting to see. Like, so I feel, again, close up, long shot. Close up is beautiful. You're going to look at her face, little bit of hair and makeup. But for me, on the right side, I see the whole look. I feel like you are part of a team. Like, you created something. आपने कुछ बनाया है, आप पूरी टीम के साथ में थे and एक बहुत अच्छा काम किया. Same again here, you know, it's all. So I feel it is important. Like, this is Miss India. When we shoot Miss India's, we do their close-ups, but this is the look. We want to show the clothes में कैसे दिख रही हैं, how the hair and makeup is there, how you've transformed her, keeping in mind the clothes. See, lot of times आप सोचेंगे मुझे बहुत अच्छा hair and makeup इसके ऊपर ये सूट करेगा, but आप कपड़े नहीं देखोगे, तो वो मैच नहीं करेगा. So you have to create a look. You have to talk to your client. आप क्या पहन रहे हो? What are you wearing? Where are you going? What is the event? And even if you're going to fashion industry, you know, it's very important to show pictures which look like they're from a magazine, editorial. It has to look like that. So I feel it is very important. See, I mean, I'm seeing the hair and makeup is very beautiful, but I'm also seeing the full shots. I can understand it's working on her. Like, you know, this is how it's working. To build a story, I feel you have to build a story.
And I think also, Vikram, editorially nowadays, people are using close-ups and long shots of both. So nothing is, you know, wasted. It just shows your versatility.
Yes,
and
yes.
I think to anybody after that, it shows the client, whoever, whether it is a company or a brand or a person, that you can match both. You know, that if you have a marvelous outfit or some, the makeup is going to match that, and you know, and you have that sense of it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's like if I'm wearing a red gown, I can't have like a, you know, blue lipstick. It doesn't work, right? You can try a softer shade. You can't put a maroon on it also.
Absolutely.
Even if you feel, you know, the girl has very sharp features and she'll look very nice with maroon, the minute she wears the red gown, the look is gone.
Yeah.
So you need to also think of the whole thing, I feel.
Absolutely. Really, really useful information, even for me listening to you. So thank you for that. And you touched earlier a bit on posing, you know, a subject. making them comfortable and that sort of thing, to best showcase the hair and makeup. So are there any poses, angles, profiles that one simply must when you're organizing a shoot of your work?
See, start simple. That is my point always. But like I said, so I've got down, like, for example, now this is like a whole range of poses, so if you go through this, you have to learn how to make them pose for your hair to be showcased. If she's going to lie down, can you see my cursor actually?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So if she's going to lie down, is my hair going to look good, or can I enhance my hair or the makeup in the light by making a lie down? So I feel like this is a simple pose, right? I feel the confidence is there. So depending on the hair, or if it's for yourself, then you can always tell them कि ये मेरे लिए है, or we are experimenting. So I feel my hair will look the best. So this is again for a hair brand. So if you see this, she's a very good model. She on her own moved her body. I told her at that point, can you get me an angle, because the front was too much. I'll show you. See, this is a ring light. Of course, we were just experimenting and we changed the makeup and we spoiled it a little bit. But if you see, I can see the hair and makeup and everything. It looks very fashion. It could go in a magazine. But this is what a brand will use. ये आप mall में जाएंगे तो you will see this. You won't see, even if I was to repair the makeup, you won't see something like this, lighting like this, or even the hair texture. It's nice, it's strong, but it's not looking soft and pleasing. So you have to understand how the hair and makeup is, how to highlight it by, like, she's just turned a little bit. So this part becomes less. If I'm here, this is my focus. If I'm here, my focus is gone. Then it's coming over here. I turn more, my focus goes more to my face. So I feel also, depending on the model, you need to understand how to do this. Like, for example, simple, straightforward, laughter is also useful at times in posing, simple beauty shots. Keep it simple, like I say. Now, of course, this is like a little more glamorous. The model has a little more sex appeal, if you want to call it. तो वो अच्छी दिख रही है, सेक्सी है, ये सॉफ्ट है, तो लाइटिंग, बैकग्राउंड चेंज किया मैंने. मेरी लाइट वही है. अगर आंखों में देखोगे आप, तो यहाँ पे एक ही लाइट है, यहाँ भी एक ही लाइट है, नीचे रिफ्लेक्टर है, बट व्हाइट बैकग्राउंड है, यहाँ पे डार्क बैकग्राउंड है, एंड द लिपस्टिक विल चेंज, सो द मूड चेंजेस. So posing matters a lot also, depending on the makeup. See, now here we are showing her hair, her eyes, her lip, everything. So we need to change. Again, same way. So I feel you need to move the model. See, this is something that doesn't work for me that much, but it's working as a lighting thing, as a simple makeup thing compared to the earlier. Again,
yeah,
you can focus really close to the model's face also if you want to show. Also depends on the presentation, so how it works.
I think important also for the students to sort of give their models, when they're organizing their own shoots, factoring enough time, giving a realistic period of time, so that you can try as much as possible to try different ways till you find your strength, I suppose. So thanks for that again, Vikram. Very insightful again. Our next question is, I think all of the students by now have realized the importance of building a portfolio, how it will help them showcase their work and consequently get better work. Because as you said, it's so important to show your versatility when you show your work and you're coming to a photographer or a client to show your work. Now, Vikram, you have a fantastic page on Instagram and a great website. What is your advice on how our HMU students can showcase a portfolio online, on a website and on social media, especially on Instagram, where you are the ace,
Thank you. That's also a learning, I guess, for me by struggling. But like I said earlier, like, I'll say this again, and going back, मैं सबको यही बताऊंगा, आप दिखाना क्या चाहते हो, पहले वो डिसाइड करो. आप अपने आप को दिखाना चाहते हो मेकअप करते हुए बिहाइंड द सीन्स, आप क्लोजअप दिखाना चाहते हो, आप ब्राइडल दिखा रहे हो, आप फैशन दिखा रहे हो, या आप मिक्स दिखा रहे हो कि मेरे को जो भी काम आ रहा है मैं दिखाना है. ओके, दैट इज समथिंग हैज टू बी क्लियर इन योर माइंड. ये हम सोचते नहीं, हमको लगता है हमने अच्छा काम किया, आज डाल देते हैं. मैं आपको बताऊं, मेरा इंस्टाग्राम पैंडेमिक से पहले हम 1 साल पहले का प्लान करके रखते थे. 1 year का प्लानिंग एग्जिस्टिंग फोटोज, न्यू फोटोज, हर दिन क्या जाएगा, 365 फोटोज पहले ही हमने प्लान करके रखा था. इवन नाउ पैंडेमिक के बाद थोड़ा हम स्लो हो गए हैं क्योंकि मेरे पास भी स्टाफ की कमी है. तो क्या हो रहा है कि हम एटलीस्ट हफ्ता 15 दिन पहले हम प्लान करते हैं. हमने एक डमी पेज बनाया हुआ है. हम डमी पेज के ऊपर वी पुट अ पिक्चर्स एंड वी सी लेआउट कौन सा अच्छा लगता है, हाउ द लेआउट लुक्स गुड, एंड ओनली देन वी गो फॉरवर्ड ऑन द मेन पेज. So you have to decide. Like on my Insta, I have demarcated because I like to experiment. So when I'm doing like only beauty, I will break it only beauty. If it's about sometimes I'm excited about what my life is going, family, friends, work, I will break it again. So at least when a viewer comes, he doesn't get confused. If you go down in my Insta also, really down, you will see it's very confusing. I've not taken it out. I've left it because it's a journey for me also. And so you really need to start planning how you're going to show the work. Even if you do a shoot today and you're excited, it's fine. Put it. But don't put one picture then. Put three. Because Insta is about a block. It's a series. तो 3 का सीरीज डालिए. जैसे आपने एक क्लोजअप ले लिया, जैसे हमने पहले बात की लॉन्ग शॉट, एक लॉन्ग शॉट ले लिया और उसका में भी बिहाइंड द सीन्स हो गया. बट एटलीस्ट इट्स अ थीम, इट्स अ सीरीज दैट यू आर पुटिंग 3, 6, 9. And keeping in mind Insta, I realized that, you know, when people come to the website, we are so used to Instagram now that when you come to a website, if it's anything else, it's not pleasing to see anymore. तो मैंने अपना वेबसाइट का पेज भी जैसे ब्यूटी पे भी और बाकी जगह भी not exactly 333 but grids बना दिए हैं अभी. तो when you come on the page, it's moving in a grid form only. They are all coming, you know, थोड़ा sensibly, at least I feel now, compared to पहले कि नया काम आया तो डाल दो. It doesn't work like that. How much ever excited you are, Instagram सबको लगता है अभी डालना है, अभी डालना है. नहीं, अभी डालना है मतलब आपको लग रहा है अभी डालना है, क्लाइंट तो कल भी देखेगा, परसों भी देखेगा. So put it properly. I'll show also when you send your work to someone like me as a photographer, maybe a magazine, maybe आप client को भेज रहे हैं, wedding client है या you know someone's going to a party, whoever the client is, don't send them 50 picture WhatsApp पे. It doesn't look good. Even if you want to send 50 picture, don't send single picture WhatsApp पे. Keep it simple. Now on the phone you can do a lot. Like for example, I'll go down. So like this is a layout. Okay, like now this we'll go through. I'll show you all the pictures. सबको pictures दिखाऊंगा. आप बताइए कौन सा page अच्छा लगता है. You will start realizing कौन सा page अच्छा लगता है. Like एक ये page है, ये है जैसे, you know. So I'll keep moving. So if you see, I've tried to, you know, do a series again. यहाँ पे little close up, clothes are different, little like, you know, long shot, and then 100% close up, center picture. Now again, long shot, you know, and a close up, because I can see the whole look here. Here I can see the makeup. I like this. It's decent. I don't like this. I don't know if you like it, but it's for me. अगर आप मुझे ये भेजेंगे तो अच्छा है, पिक्चर अच्छा है, but confusing है. But अगर मैं ये भेजूंगा तो what will you like, this or this? So अगर काम है, put it nicely. Now we'll go to simple, like what you may have. आप जैसे शूट कर रहे हैं, ये पूरी लुक है, ये क्लोजअप है. Now this ये मुझे समझ आता है. As a photographer, as a client, I'm sure, you know, ये मेकअप दिख रहा है उसका, and ये दिख रहा है पूरा लुक कैसे था. So same here. क्या स्टाइल है, अलग अलग हेयर स्टाइल है, अलग अलग मेकअप अगर है तो आप क्या दिखा रहे हो. इवन प्रेजेंटेशन वाइज, इवन दो ये ब्लैक एंड व्हाइट पिक्चर्स है, you know, I'm enjoying it because मुझे लग रहा है यार शीन अच्छा है, मेकअप क्लीन है. So do that. Like again over here, like, you know, you're seeing her makeup, you're seeing her pose. Same here, like, you know, I like the layout. It's like interesting to me. So आप अगर आप ऐसे भेजेंगे तो सामने वाले को भी देखने में अच्छा लगेगा. So I feel it is very important, not only Instagram, even when you're sending WhatsApp पे, आपको 10 पिक्चर भेजना है WhatsApp पे, it's fine, but do something like this. Find your own style. Like see this picture. So what I've done is I've taken this type of layout, I put it here. It's nice, but which is better, 1 or 2? I feel यही काफी है, इसकी जरूरत ही नहीं है, इसी से काम मिल जाएगा. So you have to start same way I've done over here, you know, 2 pictures together, but this picture single. So like this doesn't work for me. मुझे ज्यादा कुछ मेकअप है नहीं समझ आ रहा है. Of course I can see it, बट इसका लॉन्ग शॉट होता तो ज्यादा बेटर रहता, थोड़ा सा और मुझे समझ आता व्हाट इज हैपनिंग. This, it's fine, but it's weak for me. Now this again, we can keep moving on. So basically you need to find your way to present your work, visually, so that I look at it. If I'm a magazine, if I'm a magazine and I look at the pictures and I say, interesting, we can work with this makeup artist because she has done something good or he has done something good which goes as a story. Same when you send it to a client, they understand, like I said earlier, the whole look looks good, pictures are looking nice, presentation is clean. Your Insta also can be very simple like this. There's nothing complicated in this to create. So I feel like I said earlier, it's a company. आप ये सोचो, अगर Coca-Cola का है color is that red type of color, 100 years it is red. They have not changed it because it's in your mind now. Coca-Cola मतलब the name is going written. It's written. Mercedes का triangle है तो Mercedes का triangle है. It's in your brain. So become a brand like that कि आपका style ये है even while presenting. So it moves forward. Word of mouth is very important.
Vikram, that's really generous of you to share your journey in short, because I think it will also reassure our students that it is a learning process. You don't just spring up with the knowledge of all of this straight away. So I think that is inspiring as well.
No, I'll say one more thing over here. You have to keep looking at your work every 2 months, 1 month, 15 days, 6 months. Am I on the right path? Is it working for me? Is it not working? And reinvent your makeup, hair, styling, reinvent your presentation. Some things are always going to be the same, but you can keep reinventing how you go out in the world. आप अपना काम कैसे दिखाते हो, आप लोगों को कैसे मिलते हो. When I talk about presenting work, one other thing we should also talk about is, since makeup artists are very physically on the job, please present yourself well.
Yes.
You can have any style you want. You can be young, grunge, smart, sexy, but please groom. Bad nails, smelly underarms, bad mouth smell. Please change your thing. You can increase your rate by 1 zeros, 2 zeros, 3 zeros. That will only work for you. So that's very big part of your presentation.
Absolutely. I think that is really practical advice. So we are almost at the end of the masterclass, and you have shared so generously, I think, from all your years of in the business. But I want to ask you something that only Vikram Baba can offer. Your top 3 tips to make any HMU shoot amazing, something unusual and unique.
So first thing I'll talk about is, I think the tip I should give is in the business of creativity. In the business of creativity, we think we are right. जब हम makeup and hair करते हैं, तो client is, for my point, client is never wrong. Okay. But we are also always wrong. Client is always right. We are always right. We are always fighting with this. When I said 4 things, why? Because client will say, I feel ये होना चाहिए, and you will say ये नहीं होना चाहिए, नहीं ये नहीं अच्छा लगेगा, मुझे लगता है ये होगा. It becomes a fight, mental fight, maybe not a verbal fight. Maybe आप client के साथ लड़ाई नहीं करेंगे क्योंकि आपको 100 रुपए मिल रहा है, 1000 रुपए मिल रहा है, 1 लाख रुपए मिल रहा है, 10 लाख जो भी मिल रहा है. But does not mean client उस वक्त right है या wrong है और आप right है या wrong है. Always find the middle ground. अगर आप happy हैं अपने job में, आप उसको happy बनाएंगे, and you will do a great job. First, you have to be confident in your job. You have to listen, learn to listen to your client, to the model, to whoever's around you, even your assistant. Learn to listen. Okay. Once you listen to your client, then learn to guide them on what will work best for them, and that you're thinking about them only and their product, and then do it together. I think that is something I've seen a lot in my work, where not only makeup artists, stylists, assistants, designers, clients, it's a big team. When you're working at least अगर 2 जन भी होंगे या 5 जन भी होंगे ना, इट्स वेरी रेयर दैट सब मिलते हैं. And creative people, at least like me, I'm sure, and others also, we get frustrated. I'm not able to do anything. But you have to understand, the client has called you to solve a problem for them. You're a problem solver. It's very simple. उनको मेकअप आपके पास क्यों आए कराने के लिए? क्योंकि उनको ब्यूटीफुल लगना है. उनको अपने पे कॉन्फिडेंस नहीं है. और अगर आप उनको बोलोगे नहीं, यू डोंट नो, वो आप उनका कॉन्फिडेंस और तोड़ रहे हो. But if you tell them, yes, you're right, but I feel if we do this now, let me experiment. If you don't like it, we'll go back to that. It's a better way of talking. It's a better way of guiding and moving forward. Because I feel I have worked with a lot of makeup artists, stylists, and other creatives. Most of the time, as me as a client, or my agencies and my clients or magazines may not work with me or that makeup artist or model or stylist, because there was no, synergy in, okay, let's work together as a team. Everybody was standing, no, I know the best. This is my job. Let me do the job. We understand it's your job, but like I said, you're a problem solver. All creatives are problem solvers. So please don't spoil your career by going out there and saying you know everything. Even after 25 years, I'm still learning. I still feel like I've not even worked like 5% or 10% of my life. I still feel like, अरे इतना सीखना है, इतना करना है, when am I going to catch up? You see, so that is one big tip, I think, because a lot of talented people I've seen, especially like I had a photographer assistant, unbelievable photography, but he could not talk to clients, he could not gel with them, gave up photography, and last I heard he had gone into some job or something, and I felt very bad because he stayed with me for 1 year. But that is something I think is very important for everyone. It's really important.
Thanks. That's an amazing. I think there were more than 3 tips in that. So, so I think let me just sum a few of them up. Be confident in your work, but also not so confident that you put people off. And listen to your client and sort of soothe them and guide them to the best that will work for them as well. At least offer them that option in a nice way. Do it together might be the most important thing. And of course, be a problem solver rather than a know-it-all, or at least don't come across.
Don't become a problem. Another problem.
A problem, absolutely.
Yeah. So I do 2 quick shorter tips, okay, for them when they're shooting. So 2 more tips I'll give you. Use backdrops. It's okay. It looks interesting. Make a, when you're shooting for yourself, get creative with the poses. See, this is again like how the hair we are showcasing, how the makeup is there. So get creative with your poses and the backdrop. I think it's very, important. Okay, your whole folio doesn't look like face. So try and do that. Change your posing, because I can see her hair and makeup. I am noticing it with the whole photo. So please do that and get a little bold. Don't be like, thinking, okay, if there are 2 models, how will I pose? I've got 2 models here and I'm showcasing both their hair, makeup, everything if I want to. So try and experiment a lot, with the posing, the backdrop, so that gets, what do you say, exciting for the viewer also to see. Going back once to the presentation, see, this is how I present my covers and stuff like that. Even you can come up with ideas like this to, present your photos or whatever. If you want to show more work on your website or send it out, and you don't want to send 50 pictures, but you think you have good pictures, make a nice layout. So we have time for one more tip?
Yes, absolutely.
One last tip. So when I was talking about lighting, a lot of people must be thinking, okay, what do you mean by lighting? So I've kept a little diagram. I think everybody can see this, right?
Yeah.
So this is like a very basic diagram. I'm not a, artist. So this is your camera. This is where the model is standing or sitting. Get an LED panel, get a reflector, make it very simple. I'll show you. Now this is of course in a studio. So we don't have so many lights. We only need 1 light, 1 reflector, period. So to keep it simple, again, 1 light, keep it simple. Again, this is your best setup. Of course, ये studio है. Don't think it's a studio. जरूरत है. You just need an LED panel. Here he's got 2 lights, 1 up, 1 down. Just put 1 on top and 1 thermocol. Thermocol nahi, you have a malmal ka kapda, or if you can carry a silver kapda or paper, all the better. Like, so I think that's the best thing you can do for your lighting model. Like, I think that's very important.
Thanks, Vikram. Really practical tips, and I think you are an artist in your own way, even in the stick figure drawing. So thank you for that as well.
Yeah, I wish.
We have a little time. We're going to take a few questions that have come in earlier from our students, and we'll see how we go as we go along. Here's a very endearing one, but which you can expect from students. How can we make it big in the industry?
Don't focus on becoming big in the industry. Focus on creating big work, great work, and show it as much as possible to your chacha, nani, taya, your brother, your sister, to anybody you can catch. That is the best way to do it. Then when I said make a plan like a product, so understand you're a company. If you have to sell, a product, you will go to, आप एक दुकान वाले के पास जाएंगे and you'll say ये मेरे पास सामान है, आप खरीदेंगे क्या? So same way, make a folio. Do 10 great pictures, 15 great pictures. You don't need more than that. Don't think मेरे पास ज्यादा काम नहीं है. Of course, ज्यादा काम होना भी प्रॉब्लम है. मेरे पास ज्यादा काम था तो मुझे 5 घंटे लगे चूज करने के लिए. But 10 पिक्चर होंगे तो take the best 10 पिक्चर. Make a list of people जिनके साथ काम करना है आपको. आपको मिस्टर बच्चन के साथ काम करना है, ठीक है, आपके लिस्ट में ऊपर डाल दीजिए. आपको ऐश्वर्या राय के साथ करना है, दीपिका के साथ करना है. Now you find a way to meet them. आप उनके पास जाने की कोशिश करिए. Either you want go directly to their house or send फोटो प्रिंट करके उनके घर पे भेजो, या उनके मैनेजर को भेजो, या ऑनलाइन ढूंढो, या टैग करो. Do anything to go to the top 10 people in your list to show your best work. Don't think about becoming big because that is not in your hand. You have to create good work. People will make you big. You can't become big on your own, no matter what you do. I mean, unless you have like a few $1 million, then of course you can splash your work everywhere. Sab jagah dal do. But if your work is not good, you're still not going to make it. So don't think about becoming big. Think about मुझे अच्छा काम करना है, अच्छे लोगों के साथ करना है, and only focus on that.
Okay, that's great. Now, how do you choose HMU artists for your shoots?
I think I do it in a couple of ways. One is that the folio is really good. If your profile, I mean, what you send me is really interesting. When I say interesting means you've created some great hair, makeup, worked on a good look with a good team. Obviously, it stands out. So it's easier for me to want to work with you. Or, the other way is, even like I said, if you send me 5-10 great pictures where I can see the, how clean your face is or how good the base is, the makeup. Also understand that a lot of people will, like makeup artists will shoot photos with their phone, then put a face app, make it look pretty. Or maybe sometimes photographer gives it to them where it is over retouched or very less retouched. So you have to understand that you have to make your own eye. I'll give you an example. I mean, this thing is going to run very fast. 1 second. Yeah. Okay. So now, for example, this makeup is there and the retouching is there in such a way. I don't think I can zoom in, but yeah, the retouching is done in such a way that you can see the texture of the skin. You don't see anything fake. So it's pleasing to me. I can see your work. It's not over retouched. Here, of course, this is the brand ka requirement. So, whatever, it's very clean. Here, this is super clean makeup. There's hardly any retouching. So I understand, like over here, I can see your base. There's no retouching. You can even see, like, I have not retouched over here. Yeah, I've left it. I left the skin texture because the base was so good. The makeup was so simple that I didn't have to do too much work later. So even if there are pimples, they've been taken away, but not the whole makeup has not been destroyed. So over here also, we've left the sheen. I actually purposely shot it like this, just the sheen, just to see that how good the base is, And so what I'm saying is, when, like over here, like the left picture for me is over retouched up, even though it's mine. I also have to work with outsiders. So when I work with someone, I feel it is over retouched. Matlab the skin texture is very artificial. It's fake. It doesn't show like that much ever. Okay. But yeah, the makeup is seen, so it's fine. So what I'm trying to say is that don't let anybody else destroy your work. Request for better retouching. Use less retouching when you're using face app. I'd rather see agar skin is kharab also or bad also, that at least your line was nice, your lipstick was nicely done. It's not bleeding out over here, or the corners are not filled in, or the mouth is not filled in. So my point is, don't, like these are very simple pictures, but I understand when I look at it that, theek hai, this is, the makeup is nice. I didn't have to do any retouching. Here, there's hardly any makeup. And we have not tried to fill in. Over here, there is makeup. I don't know if you can see it. Like even a freckles can be seen. So try and get pictures where, like, they showcase your work to actually what you're doing. Yeah.
Okay. Then we spoke about shooting with the camera, and that might not always be practical or the best thing. So the question is, what is the basic equipment that we need to shoot and showcase our work, and what can be cost effective? Because as students, they may not have a budget for, very.
Yeah. Your phone is good. Nowadays, the phones are very good. The only thing I feel is that instead of a ring light, if you can get a flat panel LED, just a flat LED, because it's easy to carry also, like the ring light, that will change the whole way your photos start looking. I think just start with that. You'll see a difference. See, ring light makes it look very fresh and pretty, but it will never show the highlight of your cheek or never show the gloss of your lipstick. It's just flat. It never, comes to that, because see, you're not a photographer necessarily, nor do you know how to use the apps or the filters to make that ring light picture look better. So instead of wasting time, get 1,000 rupees per LED flat light, which is daylight corrected, like they call it. तो उसके ऊपर लिखा रहता है daylight corrected. So if it's a daylight corrected light, you just need your phone. And trust me, I have actually had a picture printed in one of Times magazines, which was just shot on a phone as a reference, and they loved it so much it just went into print. So the phones are good enough. I don't think you need to invest in any other equipment unnecessarily.
Except for the light and maybe the reflector.
Only the light and a reflector. If you can get 2 lights, great. But I know when you're doing makeup and all, you can't put 2 lights. It's not practical. So that's why I said 1 light and 1 assistant, or the model can hold the reflector just like this. Bas, a silver reflector here, 1 light in front, and you're shooting in the center. Your picture is done.
And I'm sure there are plenty of family members who are willing to help hold this and hold that. So,
like I said, kidnap if you have to.
Absolutely.
Or borrow, steal, like.
Absolutely. And you've touched a little on this question, but it's come back. How can we circulate a portfolio and reach out to production houses to get called in for projects?
That is something that is called legwork. You have to find the production houses, top 10 production houses. Go online, social media is there, Google is there. When I started, we had no internet. So I had to physically find the name somehow from directories, like, which other agencies, how it was in those days. So, and walk with my portfolio everywhere, 20 kilos, kab photos utha ke leke jao. So I think for you, it is much easier. You should sit on Google, type the top 10 production houses. If you want to work with movie production houses के साथ काम करना है, तो then you just have to type the top 10 movie production houses. It's not easy getting in today because everyone is so busy, but you send your work to 100 people, at least one will give you a job. Your one person will start your journey. When I started my journey, I did one shoot. I still remember on a Monday. I did a second shoot on a Wednesday. Both shoots came out in print, but 6 months I had no work. For 6 months, I was just walking around with my photos. I thought I've arrived. मुझे लगा कि मुझे अभी काम मिलेगा. मैंने बहुत famous VJ के साथ काम किया है. मैंने बहुत famous Miss India थी. My first shoot was actually with the Miss India. So I thought I've shot Miss India and I'll be doing good work. And I had some magazines who saw the pictures because the client I think my background also is that I worked when I was 18 years old. I started working in a chemical company, and then I was running the company for 6, 7 years. So when I got into photography, it was easy for me. Not easy, but at least I had a plan. I made a plan. कि किसको मिलना है, who to meet, where to go, or what will I do. Like I knew I have to meet people. I knew I had to make a portfolio. I knew I have to go out and show my work. So I just so my first client, I gave them a marketing plan. Okay, showcase the work like this, showcase the pictures here, show it off. 50% of it was my greed. Okay, if they show it properly, my work will be seen. So that is what you should also do. Like, guide, like I said, don't be a problem solver. Problem become the problem solver. Because if I help you solve a problem, then, I'm also part of your solution. So it becomes better. So for me, मैंने क्या किया, मेरे पहले क्लाइंट को बोला, आप अपने आप को फेमस करने के लिए आप ये करिए. तो उन्होंने अपना काम दिखाने के लिए फोटोज इधर डाले, दूसरी जगह डाले, गैलरी में डाला, सब जगह डाला. And by chance, one of the top fashion magazines saw the pictures, and they called me, we want to see your work. They didn't work with me that time. They worked with me after 6 months, but they had me in their mind, and it became easier. Next time when I created work where I was confident, I went back to them to see, I've done this, and they saw that. So it'll be a step by step, but you have to make this plan. You have to find the people on your own. You have to find the people you want to work with. You want to work with Shah Rukh Khan, you'll have to stand outside his gate. You can't do anything else, or find 10 people who know Shah Rukh Khan and reach there. Chacha ko pucho, mama ko, like I said, ask your whole family, ask your friend circle. I want to work with Shah Rukh Khan. Do you have any contact? Everybody will start thinking for you. Trust me, the world is very nice place, and they will help you if you reach out for help. If you tell them, I want to work with this fellow, can you help me? They will find a way for you. So just go out there. Don't think so much, will I get famous? Will I get big? I want to work with these people. No, make a plan. Start. Don't think one day, think 1 year. It will happen in 1 month. So get there.
I think it's a whole campaign that you have to launch for yourself.
Yes, it's a full advertising campaign.
Yeah, absolutely. When you think of yourself as the brand, absolutely. So now students in the audience, if you have questions, and I'm sure you do, Vikram has very kindly offered to answer your questions even after this masterclass. So you need to just pass your question on to your institute and it will be sent to Vikram. And if you're lucky, it will be one of the few that he will answer. But as he has told you, nothing ventured, nothing lost. So you should try and get your question out there and hopefully, you will get the answer that you need. And I mean, I'm sure all of you will agree this has been an absolutely amazing masterclass. I know I've learned so much and I'm not even a hair and makeup artist. I know each of you, it's going to help you build a great portfolio that will work towards ensuring your success in the future. And I think no one will be happier than Vikram to know that, his insights today have helped in that. And I'm sure all of you, though we can't see you, will want to thank Vikram with a big round of applause. I know that I'm going to do it for you, Vikram. Thank you so much. Do follow Vikram at Vikram_Bava on Instagram, and you will get a regular dose of inspiration. And also, I think a practical way of seeing how all these tips that he has told you about building an online portfolio and presence sort of pan out every day, because he puts a lot of thought into that as well. And of course, the photographs, as you would expect, will be fabulous always, as they are now. Thank you, Vikram. It has been such a great privilege to have you with us on this masterclass on photography for the Cover Girl, presented by Lakme Academy, powered by Aptech in association with Femina. I thank you once again, and everyone, and Vikram, do stay safe.
Thank you so much for having me here. It's been a pleasure. I hope the kids can take something and, build a great life for themselves. Everybody become big. I'll be wishing for you and rooting for you. And let me say thank you even to all of you guys, Femina, Lakme, Aptech. If I've left anyone, please, from my side, for having me. It's actually been a pleasure for me, like we were talking, to make this presentation. It teaches me also what I was lacking and what looks good and what doesn't. So I've also learned along the way. Thank you.
Thank you so much.